Rightio, greetings folks, welcome to another DFG vid. Just going to shoot a video today, a bit of detecting mostly. Again, I brought some of the gear for a bit of panning and a bit of crevicing, but that really doesn't look like that's going to be possible, just bone dry. I'm not surprised though, but you never know. So I always bring it just in case you come across a bit of a pool, a bit of a puddle. But yeah, just I've come up about 3 or 4 k's from that where I shot that last video and got those 2 nice little bits of little gold. It's not the most impressive looking creek, but there are some nice sections along where there's some good bedrock poking out. If it was wet, that'd be a prime spot for a look. But yeah, just so I'm going to work my way up this gully. I've walked all the way down it just to have a look, so the diggings sort of subside down the side of it. You can see here a little bit of diggings starting up, but I'll probably just have a bit of a swing around here and then head up to the sort of main diggings, which are up that way. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in a few minutes with a nice target. Looks like we've got the remnants of an old building here. Not much of a left. Just the corner of the wall there. Yeah, that's probably from about 1850, 1860. But yeah, absolute ton of work in this little area. I think there's a reef up there. I can see a ton of quartz there. Inside that hill, I'm going to go and have a look at that in a minute. I can see tons of digging down here. And there's a big freaking hole there. So yeah, I'm going to go poke around this area. Yeah, there's absolute buttload of quartz here, as you can see. All spilling down this hill here. I'm imagining they had a crushing battery just up there. Let's go up and have a look. Oh yeah, this area was worked good. See a bit of a path coming up here, and this whole area has been flattened. And these are just, yeah, mullock heaps. More remnants of a little building up there. Let's go have a look. Yeah, this pile of shit now. Not as much quartz in this. This is like that sort of grey, slaty kind of stuff. Oh yeah. I don't know, the remnants of a crushing battery or something. What do you reckon? Not seeing any shafts. Oh, there's little remnants of a shaft just there. But a lot of it's cut into this sort of hill. I wonder if they were doing a bit of an open cut up here. Yeah, it's like a moonscape up on this hillside. Buttload of quartz on the ground. It's just been turned over like nobody's business. Oh, and here we go. Looks like a big hole up here. That might be the main show. Nothing much, just a sort of a bit of an open cut. Interesting. Again, the entire ground up here is just moonscaped. Alright, we'll leave it with me. I came up from just down there, all my stuff's down there. I'm going to make my way down this gully and look for some shallow workings. Goes all the way down there, so yeah, I think that's my plan of attack. Alright, I will see you soon if there's anything interesting to show. Alright folks, I've come to see some gold, and I'm on. So yeah, before we have a look at the little bit of gold, you can see the gully down here, heading back that way, and then heads off down that way. And yeah, you can see sort of just moonscape. There's diggings all down it, mostly on this right side of the little creek. So yeah, I've been working my way down for probably about an hour and a half. Not a lot of targets. I have been getting one every now and again. Mostly little bits of shot, bird shot. So yeah, I was getting a little bit discouraged because I did move from that previous gully over to this one. And yeah, finally it's paid off. So yeah, I was working my way down these diggings here. Sort of made my way around there. And it's a good lesson to always double back, never leave any bit. Because there was this one pile here that I was almost going to skip around and then just sort of move on to that one there and around there. But decided to hook back around here. And that's what we got for our efforts. Hold on. I'll get out of the sun. So that's what we got for our efforts. Focus. Focus, you fuck. So yeah, sorry about that, it wouldn't focus, but here we go. And that's my little guy there. Not a bad looking little piece of gold. Yeah, so there we have it. I reckon that'll be about 0.08. Maybe pushing the 0.1 if we're lucky. Alright, so I'm just ready to push on now. Oh, well, I'll show, well, I've got you here as well. As you can see, I have a new pick. I bashed that one up after work yesterday. It took me about 2.5 hours. Didn't exactly have the right tools for it. You can see the shape I've gone. I elected to go for the non-fully triangular shape. Just because that's already a lot more than I had. That distance between there and there is 100 mils. My previous pick was 50 mils, so it was half of that. So that's already plenty for scraping out of the hole. It makes it a lot easier. The handle is 10 centimeters longer, so it's a 500 mil handle now. And yeah, you can see I've got just put the rare earth magnet on the end. But yeah, it's holding together all right. I think this is going to be a temporary handle, just because it's made out of pine, and I don't think that's going to last very long at all. So I'm just waiting till I can find a better handle. That was just so I could get out on this weekend. But yeah, came together pretty good. It's straight, so it doesn't have the curve like a lot of those kind of picks that you see. But when I welded it, because I welded in the middle there, it did get a little bit of a curve on there. So there is, like, you know, that much of a curve on there. And yeah, sort of, don't know how well you can see, but I sort of thinned out the handle, so it's a bit oval shaped. And yeah, it's pretty good so far. And just put a steel pin through the middle there, so it should hold it in. Disregard the weld job. So yeah, I can't weld for absolute shit, so that's an absolute dog's breakfast, that is. I'm a little embarrassed to be showing it, but it's doing the job, so yeah, pretty happy with that. It's a bit of an improvement on the last one, I'll tell you that much. And the weight wise, it's 1.3 kilos, and that old little red Matic I had was 900 grams, I think, pushing the kilo. So it's a tiny bit heavier, but with the extra digging power I get, and it's way easier clearing out the holes now, I can't complain at all. So yeah, not too bad. I got materials to make 2 of those, so I'll probably make another one sooner or later, and I might film that one if you're interested, so let me know if you want to see me making one of those. Alright, I'm gonna put my little nug in a receptacle and start swinging away again. Alright, wish me luck for another one. I'm bloody down a scoop as well. I've lost one of my scoops. I just have it usually sitting in my back pocket, so I don't know if it's fallen out as I'm sort of jumping around sometimes, or if I've dug a target and then forgot to pick it up. But yeah, I'm down a scoop, and this is the one I've got left. It's not in the best of shape. in the best of shapes. You can see it's split there, but yeah, and this one actually a friend gave to me. If you're watching, thank you for that. Oh golly, I'll try not to lose this one now. I'm only bloody halfway through my first day, so wish me luck. Alright people, we're on for piece number 2. Ripping it up. So yeah, it's about 15 minutes after I got that first pit, same gully, and there is bit number 2. So yeah, it's a fair bit smaller this time. Whoops, don't get anywhere. But yeah, it is a nice piece of gold nonetheless. So that's piece number 2, halfway through the day, plenty of time to get more. And yeah, only about, the other one was just up, where was it? I think the base of that little tree there. So yeah, about 15 meters away. And this one, bloody hell, I had to work for this one. So you can see here, and they've scraped away a little bit there, but that's not where I actually found the piece of gold. I got the target into the scoop. No, sorry, I got the target on top of that. In a pile of dirt, and I brought it over here and dumped it down there and then sifted through it there, because that, where is it? Well, just there is where I got the target, and it happened to be right on the nest of these guys here. They're bloody big ants. Get off me foot. Sorry folks. But yeah, it was right on the nest of these little bastards. You can see them running around. They're about an inch long, and when I was first searching for it, one of them got me on my finger. So it's not too bad. You can't even really notice. It is swelling a little bit just on, I can't point, that one on the right that's poking up, that one got me right on there, and it's swelling a little bit and it bloody hurts, I'll tell you what. But hey, I almost gave up on that piece of gold as well, because I'm like, it's probably not going to be a piece of gold. And I almost abandoned it when I saw it was a bunch of freaking ants coming in there, because I couldn't have sifted through there for very long. It's just lucky that in the second scoop I got it on top of the coil and just came over here and dumped it and got to sift through it away from those little bastards. Oh well, I worked hard for this one, so I'm feeling pretty happy about it. Ooh, hold on. I've just noticed off to me left here as well, a hole with some, looks like some fresh diggings on the side of it. Interesting. So this is a new pit by the looks of it. I'm guessing that someone in the last, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 years has done this one. Oh, just looking down a bit further as well, I can see that. Oh, someone's been having a good dig down there. Oh boy. That goes down about 4.5, 5 meters. Crikey. Well, I'll try not to fall down there. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to my bit of gold, get it in the receptacle and push on, because I've got a feeling there's another piece of gold with my name on it here somewhere. Alright, so I've got a bit of a signal just here somewhere. I've scraped away the top layer and it's still where it should be, so that's a good sign. So fingers crossed this will be a bit of gold. Alright, it's out of the hole, so it wasn't deep. So could be a piece of shot, I guess. Alright, well, I'm down the bottom of that gully now. Once you get up that way, it's just getting to like paddocks and stuff. About 50 meters in front of me here is where there's a fence line. So that's where I've got to stop. But I'm in the sort of the quote-unquote alluvial fan of this gully, so it's sort of, the gully's widened right out now, and through this whole area it's just, as I've said a couple of times today, an absolute moonscape. So I've got about 20 meters that way, 30 meters that way, and about 50 meters that way, and the whole area is just divot, 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 divot. So yeah, I think this sort of little area is going to keep me going till the end of the day. I've come down probably about 400 meters, no, not even, 150 meters since I got those two nuggets further up there. So the rest of the day hasn't gone as well. Haven't really been getting many targets either. I think I've had one target since then, and it was a piece of shot. Maybe two targets, and they were both pieces of shot. So yeah, hopefully this area will pay out for me. Alright. Rightio, well, I'm done with that gully. That bottom section turned out to be pretty bunk. Just wasn't even getting any signals down there. I got a couple, but they just turned out to be big bits of steel. Wasn't even getting any shot down there, so it was just deep bits of steel and stuff, so iron, I should say. Alright, made it back to the car. Can't wait to get to that esky. Get a nice cold orange juice. Hello. Greetings, folks. Well, it's the next day. I'm at home. I didn't end up filming. This is the outro for the video, because yesterday I had a hell of a time. I ended up going back to the car towards the end of the day. And then I went to put the phone on charge, and my damn charger thing doesn't work. Like, I've got a 12-volt battery that I take with me. And yeah, it just wasn't working, and I obviously needed to charge my phone to shoot video. My phone's also all my shows and stuff I've downloaded to watch for the night, so it's all my entertainment. And it's also my GPS to get back, and I was supposed to be picking my mum up on the way back, so I needed to know where to go. I couldn't just, like, I'd be able to get home, alright. So yeah, that was annoying, but so I decided not to watch any shows or anything for that night, so I was going to stay there the night, and then probably like piss off in the morning. So that was bad thing number one, and so I decided to head towards the camp yesterday. Camp was about 10-minute drive away from where I was detecting, so I was on my way down there, up a really rough track off a track, if you will. And then I got up off that track, off a track, onto the main track, and was going down there for a while, and then I sort of looked in my rear vision mirror and my tailgate was open. Turns out the tailgate malfunctioned on me. The latch was stuck closed, and I'd lost everything out of the back of the car. All my camping stuff, all my prospecting gear. So the process of that was, once I discovered it, I had to tie my tailgate closed, tie the latch onto the tow ball, and then yeah, drive back and pick up all my crap off that track. It was sort of like drive 20 meters, pick up my battery, drive 10 meters, pick up my pick, drive 20 meters, pick up my esky. It was just an absolute nightmare, and I just, at that point, I was just like, right, I'm done. I'm 2 hours away from home. I can just drive home, and that's what I did. So, so yeah, that's the end of the video, and that's why I'm doing the outro at home here. Yeah, I think she's about to give up on me, the old girl. When we fixed her yesterday, we just had to take this trim completely off, that trim all off there, and then just get into that mechanism and unjam it, and then we just sprayed it with molly grease. She seems to be working now, but yeah, I think she's going to give up on me, the old girl. The tranny's the thing that's going to go. It's given me all sorts of troubles at the moment, the tranny. It's in quite a state. So yeah, I reckon I could get a week extra from it. I could get 2 months extra from it, but 2 months will be a stretch, I reckon. Ah well, she treated me good. Not bad for a car that I paid $1,500 for, really. I got 4 years out of it, 4 good years. Money well spent, I think. do you reckon? It'll be sad to see her go. And so, well, I've got you here as well, I may as well do a bit of a debriefing on the pick. Overall, fan-bloody-tastic. I really enjoyed having a better pick to use than the last one. The thickness here was perfect. I really didn't feel myself needing to use it sideways. Just scraping out the holes that away was perfect. The only thing is the point got a little bit mashed in, but that was kind of to be expected, because I did leave it just perfectly sharp, and like all the ones I see online are sort of rounded off a bit. So yeah, I can just hit the bench grinder with that, no problems. Handle's still solid as buggery. It was nice having the magnet. So yeah, I reckon that cost me $20 to make, and money well spent, I think. Very happy with that, very happy indeed. Felt solid as a rock, and the thicker handle was nice as well, much thicker than my last one, and it just spread out the load in my hand nicely. So yeah, very happy with that guy indeed. And also, just for the fun of it, I'm going to weigh up the gold. We obviously don't know, it's not going to be a lot, but you know, if I can just see what it is, that it's something for the video. So we'll go and do that real quick. Don't think there's going to be much there. I reckon if it hits 0.15, I'll be more than happy. I don't know. Let's go have a look.